Season 1 of Canada's Drag Race is all wrapped up. We've crowned our first ever winner, and it was a wild ride. I really enjoyed this season. It's a slightly different atmosphere with no RuPaul there, but having Brooklyn Heights as the host has that connection to Drag Race. Jeffrey Boyer Chapman, he's another one of the judges, and he is on RuPaul's all the time. So, there's still that connection, and it was just a fun show. There was fierce competition. It was really a toss up at the end, and a little bit of surprise when that final crown came down. So, our final three ended up being Rita Baga, Scarlett Bobo, and Priyanka. I was kind of like when we were in like top five range, I was thinking like, oh yeah, Rita Baga, she's a shoe-in for the final three. Jimbo, definitely a shoe-in for the final three, and Lemon, that's definitely going to be our final three. And then all of a sudden, that top five, we see Lemon go home. Top four, we see Jimbo go home, and all of a sudden, we're left with Priyanka, Scarlett, and Rita. And this really came down to Rita stumbling at the end. Rita was, I think, the front runner all season long. She really slipped off, fell off the pace right at the end of the season, and left that door wide open for Priyanka to come in and take the crown as Canada's first drag race superstar. As I was watching the episode today, the further along we got, the more I was rooting for Priyanka. She was absolutely phenomenal tonight. It came down to the final maxi challenge. She was the best dancer. She did the best singing and came out on that final runway, and she blew the other two out of the water. And I was just sitting there just thinking, this is someone who, if I'm picking the winner right now, that's who I'm going to pick. She is nice. She's personable. She's someone that a lot of people can look up to and connect with. And I think that is the perfect person to have represent Canada as Canada's first drag race superstar. So congratulations to Priyanka. So happy to see you take that crown, and look forward to seeing lots more from you in the future. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this season. My one big gripe for the season from start to finish was the wigs. The wigs were just not up to regular drag race standards. Even in our finale today, you could see Rita and Scarlett Bobo up there as the final three, and they just looked like they were wearing cheap wigs. And that was one of the differences between the Canadian Drag Race and regular American Drag Race. I don't know what the reason for that is. Like, talent wise, our queens this year, I think, were there. They would have been competitive with the American drag queens, but wardrobe and wigs, they were definitely a step behind. You see some of the queens on RuPaul's Drag Race, like, for example, someone like Gigi Good last season, the wardrobe, phenomenal. Absolutely flawless. And if Gigi Good would have walked down any one of the runways in any of the outfits she wore all season long, she would have absolutely blown everybody away. But talent-wise, the snatch game, for example, it was absolutely fabulous. We had Lemon, we had Jimbo, we had Rita Baga, all giving us absolutely phenomenal performances. Like, I would say Lemon's JoJo Siwa would have won on most seasons of Drag Race, and she's ends up not even in the top two for that week. And yeah, that's impressive. Overall, the talent was there, and really enjoyed watching it. The queens absolutely brought it week in and week out. And it was just a fun ride, and really hope that we get to see more of Canada's Drag Race moving forward into the future. So that's it for season 1 of Canada's Drag Race. I really do wish that I had done recaps all season long. Thursdays are my busy night typically, so I just didn't quite think I could fit it in the schedule. But next season, I will definitely find some extra time to make sure that I'm covering all of Canada's Drag Race for each and every one of you out there, especially Roma Czech, who brought it to my attention last week and said, hey, why haven't you been recapping Canada's Drag Race? So yeah, I will be back next season and looking forward to it. So everyone who's out there watching, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And until next time, we will see you later.